Taking a bullet for her students, the hero teacher who helped save lives as the gunman closed in, now speaking about those terrifying moments.
Then he came to my room and shot about 4 or 5 shots into my room, breaking the glass of my door.
How she shielded those teenagers she calls her kids. Her story only on GMA.
Flooding danger, torrential rain sparking rescues from Texas to Indiana as tens of millions face record heat from the Midwest to Northeast.
Dallas Mavericks under fire. A new report alleges sexual misconduct at the top of the team's ranks. Now owner Mark Cuban is taking action, saying he's embarrassed and has no tolerance. The new investigation this morning.
And gold. Team USA skiing their way to the top of the podium this morning, and how Lindsey Vonn pulled off an incredible comeback.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Let's take another look at the big winners. There they are, kicking Randall, Jessica Diggins. Wow. First USA cross-country skiers to ever win Olympic gold.
That was a moment. And the women's hockey team going for gold tonight. Once again, they are facing off against Canada. We'll have more on that ahead. But we're going to begin this morning, of course, with those teens that are taking action, marching on Florida State Capitol this morning. We're going to see them gathering, getting ready to go right there.
And they are not alone. Students all across Florida staging walkouts in solidarity. ABC's Dan Harris is in Tallahassee with the teens who are getting ready for their rally. Good morning, Dan.
Michael, good morning. We're coming to you from a civic center in Tallahassee where the kids spent the night on cots. They're eating breakfast behind me right now, as you might be able to see. Soon, they're going to walk over to the state capitol where they have a long series of meetings with everybody from the Speaker of the House to the Attorney General to the governor. When you talk to these kids, their passion, their pain, their idealism, it's all palpable. But it is already running headfirst into some hard legislative realities here in this gun-friendly state. 100 young people carrying sleeping bags and pillows as they boarded buses on an extraordinary lobbying mission, just days after surviving one of America's worst school shootings.
The first busload of Parkland students have arrived, and they're being greeted by a very large, enthusiastic, and sympathetic crowd of local high school students.
We're fighting for the friends we lost. We're fighting for the future kids that we're going to have.
While on the road, received some tough news.
So the motion is not adopted.
Florida legislators voting against even considering a ban on semi-automatic rifles. Some Parkland students were in the gallery for the vote, reacting with tears.
The next death of someone with an assault rifle here in Florida is going to be on them.
As you know, today, lawmakers voted against even considering a ban on semi-automatic rifles. What's your reaction to that?
It was a big punch in the gut because it'll be a week tomorrow in front of us.
This is something that I think applies to everyone around the country. We're not focusing only on students. This we saw happen at the Pulse, Las Vegas. This has been an issue long present in our country.
Has it been tough on you guys psychologically to go from diving into what is really a tough political fight where you're taking some...
I'm doing it for the 2 friends that I lost, because I know this is what they would have wanted.
Yeah, to experience it firsthand. Ones who sat in the classrooms, locked in closets for hours, not knowing if our friends or if we were going to be okay. So maybe we're not necessarily experts on the politics of it, but we definitely know the impacts it can have on anyone's life.
We're just still waiting to wake up. I know for me, this is the way that we're grieving.
How confident are you really that your school will be the last shooting?
We have an energy that's far from being over. We're going to keep fighting.
We have the whole world backing us and supporting us.
These kids are well aware, though, that they do have some detractors among pro-gun activists who call them tools of the liberal left. However, here on the ground in Florida, they've received an enormous outpouring of support. For example, when they arrived here at the Civic Center overnight and went to their cots to go to bed, they found on those cots goodie bags filled with snacks and homemade cards and notes from local teachers and students. Michael?
And Dan, it's possible that Florida might step in on the state level if Congress doesn't step up. But something like this in the past.
So this is controversial anytime you talk about gun control legislation, but it appears from the numbers that states with tougher gun laws do have lower levels of gun violence. For example, in Connecticut, after Sandy Hook, tough new laws and gun violence did go down. Critics say, though, that may be because the overall crime rate went down.
And Dan, I guess it's a sad commentary on the state of our politics today, but these students we've seen all over the lab now getting smeared online.
Yeah, so these kids are well aware of the trolling that's been directed toward them. In some darker corners of the internet, there are charges that these kids are actually actors or quote-unquote crisis actors. These kids deny that. They're not super defensive about it. They think it's absurd. And even their senator, the Republican Marco Rubio, has come forward to say that this claim is flatly false. Overall, though, when the kids here look at their social media feeds, which they do quite frequently, they see an outpouring of support.
First step towards banning those bump stocks that can turn rifles into machine guns. Our chief White House correspondent John Carl joins us now. And John, the president is going to hear directly from some of those affected by gun violence today.
He's going to have a listening session, George, here at the White House with students, parents, teachers, including some of those affected by some of the worst mass shootings in America, including Columbine, Parkland, and Newtown.
1 week. Growing calls for action.
President Trump, please do something. We need them to take action, and we want to see some progress.
The president made a surprise announcement.
Moments ago, I signed a general to propose regulations to ban all devices that turn legal weapons into machine guns.
The president is directing the Justice Department stocks. An accessory that was used in the Las Vegas bump stocks were not used in Parkland. Overnight, tweeting, "Whether we are Republican or Democrat, we must now focus on strengthening background checks." Meanwhile, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders is now walking back the president's tweet that suggested the FBI failed to stop the Florida shooter because, quote, "they are spending too much time trying to prove Russian collusion with the Trump campaign."
The president doesn't really think that the FBI failed to stop the Parkland shooter because it was too involved with the Russia investigation, does he?
I think he was speaking not necessarily that is the cause. I think we all have to be aware that the cause of a
Did he mistweet when he said that? Because he's pretty direct. He says this is not acceptable. They are spending too much time trying to prove Russia collusion.
He's making the point that we would like our FBI agencies to not be focused on something that is clearly a hoax in terms of investigating the Trump campaign.
President Trump has often boasted about at some new gun
by the NRA. And John, as you mentioned in your piece, President pretty active on Twitter yesterday, including taking on Rachel Crooks, one of the more than dozen women who come forward making sexual allegations against the president.
Yeah, he essentially called her a liar in a series of tweets and attacked the Washington Post for telling her story again. And George, this comes acknowledged paying $130,000 to buy the silence of somebody who said that they had an affair with the president.
And it's actually putting more pressure on Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, because he doesn't have a permanent security clearance.
Yeah, one of the issues with Porter was that he had been operating under a temporary security clearance because he was never approved for a permanent one. That also affects Jared Kushner, and I'm told he's not happy about the fact that he's been told that his clearance will be completely denied now for top secret information.
Okay, John.
Indictment in the Russia investigation, an attorney with connection to lying to the Pierre Thomas has more.